Good evening, Nova Nation. It's WXVU Sports Director David Szczepanski coming to you from the Finneran Pavilion, where your Villanova Wildcats defeated the Penn Quakers by a final score of 93-49 tonight. And what a performance by the Wildcats. They really needed it after a tough week of games against St. Joe's and Virginia on Friday. The Wildcats, when you look at the scores, or when you look at the different scorers for the Cats, Eric Dixon led the way with 23 points. Dixon now has scored 20 points in all 5 games this season. Jameer Brickus had 16 points. Wooga Poplar had 19 points. And Poplar did not start in this game. It was announced by the team ahead of the game that Poplar would come off the bench after being late to a team meeting. So Tyler Perkins, a former Penn freshman guard, started in his place. For Poplar. Perkins had 12 points, really started off the game hot, scored the first bucket of the day for the Wildcats. So really great to see. I mean, other in-depth scoring, or other depth scoring, I should say, from the bench, from other contributors as well. Jordan Dumont scored his first collegiate points with a 3 late in this game as well. As for the Wildcats, too, from the field, they shot over 50%, around 53% when it was all said and done. And this team shot over 60% from behind the arc today. Those were Virginia Cavalier numbers from what we talked about at Baltimore earlier this weekend. So the Wildcats, a lot of things to like. They also won the assist battle by 10. Final was 19-9 when it was all said and done. The Wildcats still were in double digits in terms of turnovers, but I thought Villanova did a really nice job offensively. I mean, Wooga Poplar, despite the turnovers, played really well. He responded well after being benched to begin the game for being late to the team meeting. Eric Dixon with such a great game. I mean, really fantastic performance from Eric Dixon. Like I said, Brickus, Perkins also contributed, and so did some of the younger players as well. As I said, Jordan Dumont had some points in this game for Villanova. And the defense for the Wildcats was really impressive. I mean, there were no Penn Quakers that scored more than double digits in this game. So the Wildcats did a really nice job there. And also, too, Penn played a little bit of the 2-3 zone in this game against Villanova. That was an issue for the Wildcats last year, responding to the 2-3 zone, especially by head coach Steve Donahue of the Penn Quakers. And Villanova did a really nice job to break out of that, respond well, and it all started with Eric Dixon's 23-point performance tonight. So the Wildcats improved to 3-3 in their 2024-25 campaign. Nova Nation can exhale. They have broke their streak of losing 4 consecutive games to Philly Big Five teams. So that is over, and Villanova will now play the loser of Temple and LaSalle in the third-place game at the Wells Fargo Center in the Philly Big Five Classic on December the 7th. So looking forward to it. What's up next for Villanova? The Wildcats will take on Maryland at the Prudential Center in North Jersey on Sunday. 1 p.m. tip-off from the Prudential Center. 12:30 p.m. will be our pregame coverage as Stephen Kane, Ryan Scanlon, and I will have the call. Again, sleep tight, Nova Nation. The Wildcats win in a blowout fashion against the Penn Quakers. Again, final score, Villanova 93, Penn 49. Stay tuned for much more action. And as always, go Cats!